It's time for another Flow with Tarot segment. So get relaxed like I am. Sit back, get you a drink, and let's just have fun with our tarot deck, okay? Let's have fun with our tarot deck. And also, too, I believe that I've mentioned this before, but I'm going to say this here again. You can also do this with an oracle deck, okay? Any deck that you have that you are implementing into your practice as a tool of divination, as a tool, or if you're using the card as a sigil, as a symbol of your intention, as a symbol of what you are bringing down, bringing into this your physical experience. The way that we are connecting with these cards, give yourself time to do that with any deck that you have, okay? So I just wanted to throw that out there. So it just, the way what we're doing, it just does not have to be with a tarot deck. You can use this with any card form of divination, or a card deck that you're using to help you recognize any behavioral or emotional patterns in your life, any deck that you're using to assist you with your next step, okay? So yeah, so just take that. So I am going to, let me hold the card like this, the deck like this. We're actually halfway through the tarot deck that we've been working with. And what we have here is the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, I feel like we've gone through this card before, but it's okay. We can do it again. So Nine of Pentacles, nine is, for me, and maybe this is personal now, for me, the number 9 has been very indicative of where my life has been, and it's been very indicative of this newness that has come forth in my life and continues to unfold for me, okay? 9 is also symbolic of change, sometimes swift change, sometimes a ready or not, here I come change. It is a quantum change, change for your good, change for the better, change that happens when you have made your intentions and your desires clear. So the energy around you has said, okay, we're conforming to what you say. So now things have to either be omitted or added. And that can appear to be disruptive, but it's only clearing the avenues for your richness, for your prosperity, for your wealth. Your prosperity, your wealth, your richness is not something that you have to get. Avenues have to be opened up so that your expression of your prosperity, your expression of your wealth, your expression of your richness can be fully expressed in the most beautiful, easiest, not a forceful way. So 9 is indicative of all of that. With the 9 of Pentacles, with change comes also a grounding effect as well, because with that swift change comes an elevation of your consciousness. With the swift change comes a change in your practice, your spiritual practice, comes an elevation of your spiritual practice. There is a level of newness, with the way that you are practicing changes. New messages are coming through. New ways of practicing are coming through. New ways of looking at energy is also coming through. There's more power that you implement into your rituals, into your spells. You even look at rituals and spells in a new way as well. You start implementing new things, new to your, it's not new to your soul, but new in your expression. You start to be open to implementing new tools. That doesn't necessarily mean that you get rid of what you were doing before, but things start to adjust. It is an elevation. Adjustment, because there can be an adjustment, and I want to emphasize this. There can be an adjustment, there can be newness, there can be change, but that can also be in the reverse. No, we're talking about forward movement. We're talking about elevation. We're talking about ascension. We're talking about for the better, change for the better, newness for the better, okay? So there's a grounding effect that comes with that. And the reason why there is a grounding phase in that change is so that your nervous system, because this is all about energetics, your nervous system needs a moment to adjust to the ascension, to adjust to the elevation, to adjust to the newness and prosperity, to adjust in the newness of your expression, because now your nervous system is experiencing this new level of being, this new level of existing. So your nervous system has to get used to that, not getting used to it in the way that is stagnant, because there's levels. There's this level, that, and you just keep ascending. So when I say adjusting and settling into what's currently happening, I don't mean I don't mean being stagnant. I don't mean, when I say getting accustomed to, I don't mean that in a way where you're never going to experience elevation again. No. You need the grounding part to accept. The grounding part to accept the newness. The grounding part to accept this new way of being. Because when that next elevation happens, it won't be a surprise. It won't be a jolt to your nervous system, okay? Also, with the grounding phase, there comes this confidence in the change. There's a confidence in the new. Is the new unknown? Yes, but there's no fear there. There's confidence there. There's confidence there. Because now, with your grounding, with the newness, with your nervous system adjusting, you have opened up the avenues for the different ways that prosperity is coming through. You've opened wealth avenues that are coming through, wealth avenues that you hadn't thought of. It's open, it's a flood, but you are grounded. You cannot be moved. You're looking around, you're seeing the change happen. You notice, you see this newness. Yes, it feels exciting, but you're saying, yes, this is supposed to happen. It's not throwing you off. It's not surprising to you. You're just shaking your head in agreement with what's happening. Yeah, this is happening for me because this was my intention. This is happening for me because this is my desire. It's supposed to happen. And you express you are expressed in that way, even in what you wear. Your environment is expressed in that way because your environment, the external, has taken on your energy of your intention. So there's nothing that is out of place. Your clothes are not out of place. Your clothes are aligned. The way that you wear your hair is aligned. What you listen to is aligned. What you watch is aligned. What you eat is aligned. What you put into your body is aligned. Who you date is aligned. What you allow in is aligned. And I just keep going back to this sureness, this confidence. And as those avenues of wealth, of prosperity, those avenues provide that wave of your intention just being in your life, there is, what's the word that I'm looking for? It's almost like no one can touch me. I'm untouchable. No one can make me feel bad about perhaps the unwanted that occurred in my life. No one can make me feel bad about my overflow of goodness. No one can make me feel like I have to explain the way that favor is just overflowing in my life. No one can make me feel bad about that. I don't need to explain that. That is the energy of this Nine of Pentacles. So, yeah, this is a good one. So let me know what your takeaways are from this Flow with Tarot segment. And aren't you excited? We are getting through the deck, okay? I know I said I was going to do this every day. I've missed some days, but it's okay, okay? But let me know what your takeaways are. Also, I want you to go to my website, unleashedalchemy.com, where you can schedule your tarot reading with me. All right, later.